Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Peter, thanks for joining me. I'm so glad you're actually here, my friend.
Thanks very much for having me, Rob. I really felt honored to be part of your podcast.
No, it's been a while, so I'm glad you're here.
For sure.
If you can start with your name and your Instagram name, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, sure. It's Peter Kallenbach. It's a bit hard to pronounce in English, but yeah, it's like it is. And but my Instagram is a little bit more easier in English. It's street.nomad_.
Yeah. And have you got a website?
Yeah, website is my real name again. It's peterkallenbach.com. So without any space and anything, just my real name. But you can find it in my bio on my Instagram. So just remember street.nomad and then you find the rest.
Where do you live?
I live in Hamburg. It's in northern Germany. Second largest town in Hamburg and close to the Baltic and the Northern Sea.
Excellent. Yeah, one place I haven't been yet. Made it to Berlin. I will come at some point, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know.
Sounds good to me. And where are you from originally?
I was born and raised in a very small village near the Dutch border. It's called Meppen. It's from Osnabrück. You might know Osnabrück. It's 1 hour drive towards the Dutch border. It's really, it's like countryside.
And do you prefer the city or the country? What's your preference?
Yeah, definitely city. For me, a city can't be big enough. And I mean, I grew up actually close to Meppen in a small street with just 5 houses. And Meppen was 6 kilometers from there, or let's say 4 miles. And for me, even Hamburg is too small, actually. I would love to live in city like New York or Tokyo or something, because bigger it gets, it's more easier to be on my own without being alone. And that's what I love in big cities.
Yeah, no, great, excellent stuff. So if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
If you come to Hamburg for the first time, I definitely need to show you the red light district in Hamburg, the Reeperbahn, well known as one of the, I think, most famous red light districts in Europe. I mean, I don't go shoot there that much anymore because I felt like I overdone it. But for somebody coming here the first time, it's definitely, I feel like one of the best places when you want to have some lights, some grittiness, some characters. Definitely, yeah, red light district.
Okay. And is there anywhere else as a tourist?
Yeah, I learned now because Nadine from Cologne, I don't know if you know her, Nadine 77, was here this weekend and she went to the Elbphilharmonie, which is actually the concert house or opera house here in Hamburg. Very new build. For me, as somebody who lives in Hamburg, it's kind of like, oh, it's the Elbphilharmonie again. But I saw some images she took there and I was kind of like, okay, maybe you have to give it a shot. You get a nice view over the harbor and some nice, views, reflections and stuff. So yeah, as a tourist, definitely Elbphilharmonie.
So what's your favorite destination in the world? Where do you like to go the most?
It will always be New York. It was New York for photography. I feel like I think, a child, 10 years old, and I listened to Frank Sinatra and stuff like that and dreamed of New York. And due to photography, it even became a stronger relationship. So yeah. I mean, I know there's some things changing in the US right now, but for now, it's still New York will ever be, I think.
Yeah, cool. So where would you most like to visit in the world? What's on your bucket list?
Right now, or for quite a while, Hong Kong, definitely, as one of the more far away destinations, because I feel like, although many people already told me the best time is gone already for Hong Kong because all the neon signs got put down and stuff like that. But I feel like it's still worth going there now, but don't wait too long. And for the more closer future, definitely Lisbon. Lisbon is still on my list. I've never been to Lisbon so far. And since I go more into daylight photography, sunlight photography past few weeks, I would love to go to Lisbon. So Lisbon and Hong Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, all those yellows, the warm light. Yeah, yeah, I totally get that. So, weird question: if you could time travel, where and when would you visit?
I would say New York in the early 90s, to explore more about the hip hop scene at that time. Bands like Mobb Deep or acts like Nas, Notorious B.I.G. I listened to them all the time back when I was young, and there was no internet at that time, so I had to rely on stuff on MTV and something like that. And I would love to explore more behind the scenes, more how it really felt to be there in that times. Yeah, New York in the early 90s.
Yeah, electrifying. I should think it's quite a.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally
absolutely.
different compared to now, but yeah.
Yeah, good choice. Excellent. So if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
Yeah, I mean, I could name someone really meaningful, at least in the in the situation we are in right now. But for me, it would actually be Chester Bennington, the former lead singer from Linkin Park,
Oh wow.
because I just started digging into their stuff lately because I actually am more from the hip hop side, but I learned a lot about analyzing or listening to his lyrics and stuff, and I really think he's a interesting person, or was an interesting person. Good looking, interesting looking, by the way, which is always good to take photos
Sure,
of, but also to talk to him and maybe get a little bit more background to what really makes him feel like he seemed to feel when you listen to his lyrics.
sure. Yeah. And do,
Yeah.
do you like the new stuff? Do you like the new stuff with the female as well?
I do actually. I must say I really dig the new stuff, and I don't have an issue with putting on a new lead singer because many feel like it was a wrong move. Because I mean, it wasn't only Chester's band, it was Mike's band too, and he has for me the right to move on. And I think he did a very good move with Emily.
Yeah, yeah. I think they work really well together. Yeah.
I mean, it's different. It's not as deep as the old
No, no, of
stuff
course.
because I mean, Chester with all his his depressions and stuff he was
Sure.
carrying around can't be replaced by anybody,
No.
but it was a good move,
Yeah, and I could
I
see that
think.
as a really good choice as someone to photograph as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Brilliant stuff. So, tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
Fun fact would be I must be, I think, the world's greatest male Sex and the City fan in the world. I think I watched the show 10 times. For me, it's like if I only could watch one show or one movie for the rest of my life, give me all six series, and I would be good to go because it's my dose of New York, and I really, I dig that series a lot.
I didn't mean to laugh quite as loudly, but that's amazing.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I had my ringtone on my phone was the jingle from Sex and the City for quite a while, and
Wow.
at some point my wife told me, "No, you have to change it because maybe people might have weird feelings."
Yeah. No, I love that. That's amazing. Okay, another strange question. What's your favorite word?
I must say, when it comes to what word means the most to me, I must say freedom, because I realized during COVID, during the pandemic, life for me or for me and my wife depends a lot of the freedom of doing what we want to do, like going to a museum, going to a concert, go traveling, and getting or don't have that freedom anymore. It's really tear down in quality of life, and therefore freedom might not be the word I use the most, but or I use the most, but definitely the word that means a lot to me.
Yeah, sure. No, with the COVID especially, it makes you appreciate everything.
Yeah, yeah, it
Totally.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. No, excellent. So,
definitely.
teach me a new word because it's an international podcast. So, teach me a new word or a saying that I may not know.
I try saying first, and if you already know it, then I try something else.
I doubt it. Come on.
Um, a good saying for me and my wife, she has it as a tattoo too, is cherish this breath. It's from a lyric from a song from Xavier Rudd, and it's kind of like, like live every day like it could be your last, but in different words. So cherish and express is for me, yeah, a good saying. You knew it? No.
No, new one from me. That's great.
Lucky me.
See, I love it. I love learning something new all the time. It's amazing. It's great. Everybody tells me something completely different, and I learn so much. Great, good stuff. So, when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but when did you realize you could take a good picture?
I mean, I was always, when I was traveling or stuff, I was always seeing things. I was always browsing with my eyes, and I didn't know what it was, but I was always analyzing, taking, yeah, kind of like visual images in my mind already. And then I bought my first point and shoot camera, just like a touristy one back in the days, like a phone today. And I started shooting everything. And when I was back home, I realized, no, the feeling I had when I was there wasn't in those images. And especially the New York ones. And I planned another New York trip back in 2017, it was. And I was kind of like, no, I want to take different images now. And I bought a camera and watched a ton of YouTube videos about a little bit about composition, about storytelling and stuff. I went to that New York trip, made a book out of it, just a private book for me. And I'm still happy with it today. I mean, I really was lucky with a lot of the settings now when I look at them, and really that I got away with so many shots, but it really showed me I can capture at least the essence or the spirit of a city like I feel it. And that was kind of like the beginning that I might have found something that can be my creative outlet, and that I might have a talent for or whatever.
I mean, the thing is with your work, it's scenes. You can see it's. I mean, I use the word cinematically loosely because obviously everybody overuses the word cinematic, but it's the darks, it's the colors, it's the lights, the low lights, the shadows, the silhouettes, all those things that encompass that obviously you've seen over the years and pulled things in that you love, that I love as well.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No, because the thing is, it's, that's what's influenced my work as well over the years, even before I knew what it was. Like you were saying, you don't know what you see, don't know what you've taken in, but it all becomes part of you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Excellent. Good stuff. So this is a hard one. So favorite three photos, and why do you like?
I mean, this answer will always change over time, but right now I would say I've one image I took in London, in Chinatown. I've been to London, I think 4 or 5 times before. And you definitely know that back alley in Chinatown where all the Asian cooks and stuff go out, have their cigarette and stuff. And I was always thinking, I want that scene at night in the rain with just one person with an umbrella walking down that alleyway. And I never got it. It was not raining, or the rain came in daytime, or nobody showed up, or 1 million people showed up. And at some point, I really got the scene with even an Asian looking guy with a black coat, long coat, a black umbrella, and walking really alone in the middle of that alley. And I think I took, I don't know, 50 or 100 photos of him because I was really so excited that I was really afraid to do a mistake now. And that's why I was really firing away. I mean, it's a simple image. It's not complex. It's not that much like story included in it. But the feeling of, wow, I now have it. I got what I had in mind. Makes it still one of my favorite images. Second one would be one from Hamburg. I started shooting in Hamburg for sure, but I lost pretty early the inspiration in Hamburg. I think it's because it's a city you live in, but it's the lack of color, often the lack of light, the lack of characters and stuff. And at some point I thought, okay, I go out again. I went to the red light district, and there's a famous bar called Der Goldene Handschuh, the Golden Glove. And it's a very famous bar in Hamburg because a serial killer back in the 80s or 70s used to find his victims there. And I wanted to shoot that place in a different way. And I found a reflection in the window on the other side of the street. And it's this really complex reflection. People often ask me, how did you take it and I want to show it to them, and I don't even find it myself anymore. But it looks like a double exposure with the sign of the bar and a small silhouette in it. And for me, it's still one of my favorite images from Hamburg, and one that nobody, even myself, could copy because it's so hard to find it again. That would be the second one. And the third one, yeah, might be a shot from Paris, because I always wanted to shoot a certain place in Paris in the rain or in the snow. And it's a subway station called La Marque Coulancourt. I hope I pronounce it correctly. It's a very classic looking subway station with old buildings, an old metro sign, old neons from a tobacco bar. And I've went there once and I was waiting for the right scene. And then I saw a person coming down, not in that frame, but just the stairs down, and with a black umbrella. And I acted, spontaneously. I saw a car. I used the window as framing and get some nice reflections. And you don't see that it's this place anymore, but it became my favorite shot from Paris, because it showed me you don't need to shoot the obvious. Sometimes it's better to look for the, like the different take on it. And nobody realized it's this station, and everybody knows it actually. And yeah, that's for me most favorite Paris shots. Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, it's memories of those moments as well. And that feeling when you're like, oh yeah, that's just
Definitely.
right. Yeah, perfect. So, new photographer, what advice would you give to a new photographer?
I think it's the same one I would give myself, because in the first years, I shoot way too less. I mean, I went out a lot, but I didn't take images unless I was sure it's going to be a good one, because I was really afraid of coming home, seeing rubbish images and feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a talent for this. I'm bad in this. And I wanted to avoid that feeling. And that's why I took way too less images. And now I really, realize that I can learn more about my bad shots I take out there than about not taking them because I'm afraid of doing a mistake or of not knowing what I'm doing. And so take images, even though you might not be 100% convinced. Look at them, analyze them, what went wrong, and your brain will start picking up all these ideas and you will get better and better.
Yeah, good advice, definitely. So what's next then? What have you got coming up? What's your goals and whatever you got going on?
I mean, you might have seen that Sebastian John from Amsterdam, we are working on a new format called Worldwide Streets. It's actually a project by the three of us. Adam Benedicto from Tokyo started Tokyo Streets, and we both went there, exhibited our work, and we start thinking, let's do something like this in Europe to give the community platform beyond social media. And that's why we started, Sebastian and I, for Europe, and Adam still is in charge for Tokyo. And we now try to establish Worldwide Streets as a format that brings, like the Instagram part or the social media part of street photography back into the real world. And not in an artsy way, like, oh, you need to have 200,000 followers or you need to do only crazy abstract stuff. No, we try to give everybody the possibility to expose their work when we have the feeling it's work that fits into the concept and the person takes it seriously and has a passion about it. And the first show in Amsterdam was pretty good. I'm now preparing, a little spoiler, but since it's coming in October, it's not a big issue. We are now preparing Hamburg for July. It's going to be a big one, and there might be an even bigger one or more exclusive one coming in the end of the year in Berlin. So Worldwide Streets is one thing, and myself, I'm still trying to get into the zine business a bit more, but not only digital, also printed, and I need to learn a lot about printing.
Oh, Seb's really good at that.
He is.
Seb seems
He
to
is.
be But he seemed to help everybody out in Amsterdam. Got everybody,
Yeah.
yeah, seemed to have got that cornered. So yeah, definitely somebody to have on your side.
Yeah, it's a match made in heaven. No.
So that's it. Our time's up. Finally, that's it. Well, not finally, but you know what I mean. Our time is up. So yeah, I love your work. I've done for years, and I'm so glad we spoke to each other and made it happen. And good luck with everything.
Thanks you so much. Thanks for having me, and good luck with the podcast. I love what you're doing.
Appreciate it. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.